Hey y'all, so onto this video, I'm going to be building a kind of like rich and all royal kind of bedroom, and I actually got that idea from a book that I recently read. So yeah, I guess that's it. Let's get started. Alright guys, so I already picked the bed out, and before I get started, I tried to actually build and talk, so I had like a headset and stuff. It was horrible. I have another video that I started where I don't know, the 5 first minutes I talked, and I thought I would keep it like that, like to see if people would like it. So in probably the next video I'm gonna post, it's gonna be that video. And at the beginning I'm talking with the headset, and cutting the video took so long because there's so many like blank spots where I just blank out and not talk. Talking, I feel like it's so boring, and when I talk I barely do anything. So for like 10 minutes I had to cut out like always 3 to 10 seconds of clips, and it ended up being a 5-minute clip of me like literally putting 4 walls and like a door. So yeah, I don't know about that. And for this video I actually tried and talk at the same time with the headset, but I gave up because it was just horrible. So here I am doing a voiceover. But yeah, so as I said in the intro, this build was inspired by a book I was reading. So y'all know, well, I'm pretty sure none of y'all know that actually, but in one of my older videos I talked about how I started reading. I literally read 2 books and then stopped reading for like 5 months, and I trying to pick up reading again. And so I read The Inheritance Game because I was on a trip to Paris and it was like a long ride and stuff to get there. So I actually started reading during the travel, and I finished it at home, and I was really into it, so it was quite fast. And so basically in the book, it's basically just a story around like rich people kind of, and like mysteries and stuff. So I was really into it because I don't really like the only romance books. Like I tried to read, I'm pretty sure I already said that, but like a long time ago. What is it? Something with the movies. Wait. So I tried to read better than the movies, and I don't know, it's just those type of books aren't really for me. I also tried to read Accidentally Amy. I got pretty far into that one, but I just couldn't finish it. So, and it's no hate to the other, obviously, it's just not my type of books. So yeah, I prefer books with like more like movement, mysteries and stuff than only having a love story. And also The Inheritance Game is based on like our timeline, but I like books that is like based in other timelines. I don't know if that makes sense. Basically fantasy books. And anyways, so the point was that that book inspired me to make the build. Also, I finished the book literally, I don't know, at like 1 a.m. But low-key I got scared because the book is I'm not gonna say scary, but kind of. But just reading it at like, I don't know, 1:10 in the almost dark of my room low-key freaked me out, but it was pretty good. And now I'm reading the second one, so it's the Hawthorne. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it in English, but it's the Hawthorne Legacy. Also, I try to read my books in English so it can improve my English, my reading and stuff. So I usually try and read them in English. And after the Inheritance Games books, since there's I think, so there's a trilogy of like 3 books obviously, and then I think there's 3 other books based on those, but I'm not sure that I'm going to read the 3 others. I don't know if anyone read them, if they're worth it, if they're good. But I was thinking of, after those books, to read Carnival something, and I think there's 3 books as well of that series. And then apparently some people said you had to read Carnival and then read Once Upon a Broken Heart, which is also, oh my gosh, also a trilogy I think, but I'm not really sure. I'll have to look into that. I still have time since I still have like 2 whole books to read. So yeah, that was my little book talk for once, since it's been a long time since I've read. I feel like reading is fun. I like to read, but I hate getting into reading. Also, I don't know about y'all, but I read on my iPad just because it's easier and I can have like a lot of books in like one place and not having an entire bookshelf, if that makes sense. And also you can find all the books easily online for free, which is going to spare me some money. And I feel like just reading on an iPad feels faster because you can't really see the thickness of the book. Also on my iPad, you know, when you open a book you have like 2 pages, and my iPad counts that as 1 page. So I don't know, I feel like it could feel less big because the Inheritance Game on my iPad was only 250 pages, and I think it looks way more on paper. I don't know, but I still had only 50 pages left, so I thought, oh, I'm gonna read that, and 50 pages took me an hour and a half, and I'm normally a fast reader, so yeah, but I think I read a bit slower in English than in my native language. Also, some people on YouTube told me that I have a cute accent, or that they loved my accent for some reason. Thank you. I didn't even realize that I really had an accent. I thought my English was pretty slick, and yeah, look, you couldn't tell I'm not a native English speaker, but apparently you can tell that I'm not. Anyways, I haven't talked about the build at all, so wait. Alright y'all, so I actually used a Pinterest picture to like kind of recreate something because I don't really have much inspiration right now. So no, actually it's not a Pinterest picture, it's just a picture I found on Google of bedroom, and I took full inspiration. I tried to recreate the bed area, and the other area I just kind of did myself, it was a pretty simple area that I did not do much, but for like the bed and stuff I tried to copy as much as I could. The picture in the corner that I put, I actually should have said that earlier, but I forgot because I was talking about books. I should really try and make a realistic, like detailed build. Like I used to do, some of my builds were pretty detailed and I don't really do that anymore, which I'm kind of upset about because I really like the detailed build. But the thing is that they took way too much time to make, and with like even doing simple builds it took me like 2 weeks or more. So doing like detailed complicated builds are literally gonna take me ages, and I'm trying to post more, but the thing is it actually doesn't take that much time. Well, it does, but I usually just procrastinate, and like I always tell myself, yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow and stuff, and I never end up doing it. So because I usually like I build in 1-2 days, and then I edit sometimes and like do the voiceover all in 1 day. So it could literally just take me 2 days, but instead I just report it and do it later and stuff. So like right now I was on holiday, and the whole week I didn't do anything. I was just at home, and I could have made so much videos, but I literally did nothing. I did stuff at home, but like I didn't do anything for the channel. So, and school's starting soon, but I'm pretty sure I have like, I don't know, a month of school left, and then I'm done. So that's pretty fun. Like summer vacation is coming and stuff, and it's already like hot where I live, so that's really cool. It really gets me into the mood. So yeah, also I had a few video ideas for summer, so that's pretty cool as well. I'm really excited to do those. I'm pretty sure I haven't really done a summer build before. It's actually almost been a year since I've started my channel, so that's also pretty exciting. I could maybe do something for 1 year, I don't know. Speaking of a year, so basically for YouTube, if y'all didn't know, to get paid you had to get 1,000 subs, so I do have that. But you have to get 4,000 hours of views in the last year, so in the last 365 days, and I only have about 2,100. That's already pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still pretty happy about that. But the problem is it's almost been a year, and so the views that I had before, like last year and stuff, are going to slowly decline, like go away, and they won't count anymore. So I hope my view like time hours gonna increase a bit, because otherwise it's gonna be a problem, because I really want to reach 4,000 hours, but if the watch time keeps decreasing and like disappearing, it's gonna be pretty hard. Also, I'll try to go live eventually if I found out how to actually use it, because I don't really understand the gaming stream like YouTube live, so I have to figure that out.
Alright guys, so it's time for the tour. The outside is just, let's not talk about it. So when you enter, I'm gonna close the door so it makes it look more put together. So when you enter, there's kind of like a carpet to lead to the bed and to this little bench, so kind of like to change your like shoes and stuff. And so here's the bed area. Oh, so yeah, so here's the bed area, and like I used to use this hack all the time, like the fake curtain, so I use it again because why not. This is looking kind of weird, but low-key it's okay. And then here you have a little like reading hole area, that's literally all there is, and a little fancy mirror with flowers, these are new, and jewelry. On the other side is really the same, just perfume bottles, and there's books, fancy like sofas and furnitures. I think it turned out pretty good in my opinion. It could have been better, but I think it's good. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!